guys, what up? This is Dato Aliff Alex, and today's tutorial is how to make the photograph effects that I did on one of my last video, which is the life of content creator. And I basically got inspired from Jr Alli video where he turned his video into a photo, but mine is not exactly the same as his one, but I would say somewhere close enough. So before I even start in editing, I firstly record my subject here, which is my friend. Once I finish record her, I straight away took out the SD card from the camera and imported it into my laptop. And then I straight away import the clip into Vegas Pro. So here in Vegas Pro, I choose which frame I want to turn it into a photo, which is basically I make a snapshot out of it and then import it into a Photoshop, save it as JPEG and print it out and cut out the image from the piece of paper. So that's how I do for that effect. So for this tutorial, I'm just gonna make one frame instead of three on my last video, but it's just the same thing, just repeat it for the other two frame. So the frame I'm gonna snapshot, which is this one here. So basically before that, I'm just gonna slow down my video clip to 50%, so you have that really nice slow-mo. So as she put her hands like that, that's gonna be the moment that I'll turn the video into a photo. So what I'm gonna do now is just press M as my marker, as my guide, to know this is the frame, the moment that will turn into a photo. So I'm just gonna move it a bit forward. If I'm not mistaken, I turn this frame in here. So doesn't need to be precise doing this because it's just a jump cut effect. Okay, keep that in mind. So here's the framing. What I'm gonna do now is press copy snapshot to clipboard and open up Photoshop. Now this is a A4 size canvas, so when I print out, it's just gonna print on A4 paper. And then you're gonna click image, sorry, I think it's edit, and press paste. So here's the image, paste it on A4 canvas, and then you can go ahead, press file, and save it as a JPEG. Now I'm not gonna do this since I already have the clip of the cutout piece of these images here. So I'm just gonna open up the video that I've recorded previously and drag it into my Vegas Pro underneath the main video here. So here's the clip that been turned into a photo. So now what you're gonna do is go back to your freeze frame here, the marker here that you already add. You're just gonna split it and delete the other part here, and then just bring the video that turned into a photo beside the main video here. So basically it'll just turn into a photo like this. Now the effects start to look somewhere there, but it's not done yet. I'm just gonna delete the sound here. So now what you can really do is add some flash effect, as well some fisheye curve here. So I'm just gonna go to my video effects, and the plugins that I use for the fisheye is the New Blue version 2 lens correction. So I'm just gonna drag the default one into my video here, both on video as well on the printed images here. So go back to the first video here. I'm gonna change the size to fit into original images, and distortion here I'm gonna animate it. So the animation is somewhere around 7 keyframe. Add 1 in the end and go back somewhere 7, which is, let me count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. add a marker, and go back to till the very end of your keyframe here, and I'm gonna go somewhere around, I think 25 should work. 25, yep. And pretty much that's how it's gonna look like. And then you're gonna do the same thing on the second clip. Original images, distortion. For this clip here now, instead of starting from 0, you start off with negative 25 and then end it all the way to 0. And there you go. Now for the flash effect, it's pretty much simple effect here. I just use the Vegas brightness and contrast. I'm gonna drag that into both of the clip here. So this one start earlier than the distortion. So brightness and contrast, you're gonna add the animate keyframe. So I'm gonna start somewhere around here, a bit earlier. And then in the ending, I'm just gonna increase the brightness all the way to 350, and the contrast up all the way to 300 as well, and just put it till the end, somewhere like that. Same thing for the second clip here, brightness and contrast. Oops, I already add one just now. So repeat the same process. This time I'm going to start with 350 for the brightness and 300 for the contrast. And then end it. I'm going to move few frame forward and change it back to default. And there you have it. Now for the circle ring effect, I custom made my own green screen ring, but you can download the green screen ring in the link down below. So here's the ring circle, just exactly the same like the Jr Alli video, where it has these circle thing happens, which is the shutter speed if I'm not mistaken. So add that above your main video here, and then go to chroma key here, and then you're gonna basically isolate the green color and pick the green, and there you go. Oops, the green is gone, so you will have this kind of effects like this. Now you can resize the green, I mean the ring, smaller a bit. Just make it a bit smaller there, and that should make it look even better. I think it's up to you. Now for the sound effect, I also downloaded from YouTube here, so I'm just gonna drag it into my Vegas Pro. If I'm not mistaken, this is the shutter sound. Let me hear it real quick. So I'm gonna put it somewhere here, and the shutter sound, which is the focus sound. I can't really hear that well because I don't wear my press S, bring it here, and then you can delete the rest of it. Now for the focus sound, you can barely hear it, so what you're gonna do is you're just gonna right click of the sound, hit properties and press normalize, and there you go. And there you go. That's how you make the photograph effect in Vegas Pro. So hope you guys like this tutorial, and if you have any question related, you can just leave it down in the comment section, and I'll try my best to help you guys out. So see you guys next time on my next video.